Hi there! Today I'm going to make one of my favorite mom-made dishes growing up, Luffa Noodle Soup or 丝瓜面线 in Chinese. This dish is quick and easy to make and is light but flavorful. Luffa, also known as Chinese okra or Singua, its Chinese name is 丝瓜. There are two common types of Luffa that you can find in Asian supermarkets. The one I'm using is longer with dark green skin and has a crunchier texture, while the shorter type has softer skin that's easier to peel and a softer, juicier texture. You can prepare this dish with either type. Just be sure to pick one that is heavy and firm to the touch, or you may be getting yourself a Loofah sponge in the making. The dish is made traditionally with thin wheat noodles, but I'd say it goes well with any type of wheat noodles. We also need about 4 slices of ginger, 1 tablespoon of dry shrimp, 1 green onion cut into 2-inch slices. As you can probably tell, my green onion is frozen because as a minimalist chef, I wash, chop up, and freeze my green onions so they are ready to use anytime. Some clams, I'm using about 10 here, but clams give the broth a great flavor, so really the more the merrier. Some rice wine or sherry cooking wine and some salt to taste. If we're not using a lot of seafood, we will also need some Dashi flakes or Dashi powder as additional seasoning for the broth. Let's get started. Rinse and clean the dried shrimps. Add 2 tablespoons of cooking wine and let it sit for about 10 minutes. Slice the ginger and cut into thin strips. Peel the loofah. Remember to only peel and cut up the loofah when you are ready to cook it, because the flesh can oxidize and turn brown like an apple, which still tastes great, but not so visually appealing. Cut off and discard the 2 ends and cut up the loofah in big chunks because it loses water and shrinks a lot after cooking. In the meantime, heat up the pot with some cooking oil. Add ginger, add dried shrimp without the cooking wine. The cooking one will be added later. Stir slightly and cook for about 3 minutes or until fragrant. Add green onion. Stir and cook for another minute. Toss the loofah into the pot and cook on medium heat. Add cooking wine previously used to soak the dried shrimp. Stir constantly and cook for about 3 to 5 minutes on medium heat. After loofah seems semi-softened and begins to shrink, add about 5 cups of boiling water. Cover and cook on medium heat. After cooking for about 5 minutes or until loofah is mostly softened and the flesh turns mostly transparent, we're ready for the clams. Now add about 2 tablespoons of dashi flakes in a tea bag, or about half a teaspoon of dashi powder to the broth. You can skip this step if you added an extra amount of seafood. Cook covered for about 3 minutes on medium heat. After seeing that most of the clams have opened, add the thin noodles. Turn the heat off immediately after about 30 seconds so we don't overcook the noodles. Since we've added some dashi and the thin wheat noodles contain salt, we may want to add just a tiny bit of salt to taste or none at all. And here we go. The broth is full of the sweetness of the loofah and clams, and the thin wheat noodles just soaks it all up. To keep loofah nice and green, peel and cut only before you're ready to cook it. Cut off and toss away both ends. Add boiling water which contains less oxygen to the pot instead of cold water, and don't overcook it. Serve and enjoy the dish immediately, and don't let it sit for too long. Finally, scallops, oysters, and enoki mushrooms all make great addition or substitute for clams. Thank you for watching my very first cooking video. Please like and subscribe.